Okay, we've been seeing you walk around with Joe. We've seen the photos, the interviews. How did you guys get to this place? It's not a story that happens overnight. There's a lot behind it, so much that people don't see. It all really started after I finished my time in Special Forces. That chapter of my life was intense. It was challenging. It tested every part of me, physically, mentally, emotionally. When I came back, my daughter and I had this space, a quiet time before jumping into all of the chaos of life that the public sees now. And in that quiet, something incredible happened. One day, she came to me and said something I'll never forget. She said, "Mommy, I want you to let go of the past with my dad." Just like that. Simple words, but they carried so much weight. She was young, but in that moment, she reminded me that children see things differently. They don't hold grudges the way we do. They just feel the love or the absence of it, and she wanted me to show her that love could exist even after hurt. So I started thinking about it, about forgiveness, about what it truly means to move forward. And around that time, the milling fight came up. Now, anyone who knows me knows that fighting, physically or metaphorically, has always been a part of my life. I've been on TV, I've been in situations where confrontation is inevitable, where you have to hold your ground. But this was different. This was personal. And I wanted my daughter to see a different side of me. I wanted her to see that strength isn't just about winning battles, it's about knowing when to let go. You see, fighting, for me, has always been symbolic. On TV, on special assignments, in life, I've been fighting in one way or another for the past 10 years. But I didn't want that to define my personal relationships, especially not with my daughter. I wanted her to understand that real strength lies in forgiveness, in love, in taking responsibility for your own peace. Thinking about that, my mind naturally went to family, my husband, my brother, the people who mattered most, who had been in and out of my life for different reasons. I realized I wanted them back, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. I wanted that connection. I wanted my daughter to have that connection too. So I reached out, and the moment I did, it felt like a door that had been closed for years, slowly opening. It wasn't instant magic, but it was real. He responded. And his response reminded me why family, in its truest form, is worth fighting for. He said, "You take the lead. You're the matriarch of this family. I'll be right there with you." And in that moment, I realized something fundamental about leadership and motherhood. Being a matriarch doesn't mean you have all the answers. It doesn't mean you control everything. It means you guide, you inspire, you set the tone. And most importantly, it means you lead by example. My daughter saw me take that step, and that, more than anything else, was the message I wanted her to internalize. Because being a mom isn't just about showing up physically. It's about showing up emotionally. It's about being present in moments that matter, even when they're uncomfortable. Forgiveness isn't easy. Letting go of the past is never easy. But the alternative, carrying anger, resentment, and bitterness, felt heavier than any fight I'd ever been in. And so I let it go. Not for anyone else. Not for Joe, not for my ex, not even entirely for my brother. I let it go for my daughter. I let it go because I wanted her to see a version of me that's strong, but also compassionate. A version of me that doesn't hold grudges, that doesn't define herself by past pain. It wasn't simple. There were moments of doubt, moments where I questioned whether I was doing the right thing. Old memories resurfaced, old arguments, old betrayals. They all tried to creep in, but every time they did, I reminded myself, this isn't about them. This is about me, about her, about the family we're building now. And through it all, I realized another truth. Forgiveness is powerful, but it's also active. It's not just saying the words, it's about action. It's about reaching out, having the conversations that matter, being vulnerable, admitting mistakes, and accepting them, not just from others, but from yourself too. So when I reached out to him, it wasn't a casual text or a fleeting message. It was deliberate. It was heartfelt. And the response, it was everything I hoped it would be. He didn't hesitate. He didn't make excuses. He simply met me where I was, and he said, "Take the lead, I'll follow." That level of trust and respect, it changed everything. And that's how we got here. Walking around, being seen together, sharing smiles, showing our daughter that family can exist beyond the past. that love can be stronger than resentment, that healing is possible even when it feels impossible. I want people to understand this. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending the past didn't happen. It means acknowledging it, learning from it, and then choosing a better path forward. And that's exactly what I wanted to show my daughter. That's exactly what I wanted to show myself. Because motherhood taught me this. Children watch everything. Every action, every reaction, every word. They internalize it. They learn from it. And as a parent, you carry a responsibility that goes beyond just providing or protecting. You carry the responsibility of modeling behavior, of showing how to live with integrity, how to navigate pain, how to forgive, and how to love unconditionally. And now, seeing my daughter smile, seeing the light in her eyes, seeing her confident little steps in the world, it reminds me every day why I made these choices. It reminds me that family isn't always about blood, it isn't always about perfection. It's about commitment, resilience, and the willingness to grow together. So yes, reaching this place with Joe, with my brother, with my family, it's been a journey. It's been hard, but it's also been beautiful. Because at the end of the day, I know that every step I take in forgiveness, every effort I make to reconnect, every moment I spend showing my daughter love over anger, it all matters. It all shapes the future. It all builds a legacy of strength, compassion, and unity. And that is everything. Wow, that's incredibly powerful. Thank you. It's a journey I'm still on. I know there will be challenges ahead, and I know there will be moments that test me. But I also know that the choice to lead with love, the choice to forgive, the choice to prioritize family, that choice will never fail me. And it's a lesson I hope my daughter carries with her entire life.